Oh. Welcome back to my channel, humble little YouTube channel. You're on board with me, the Cannondale CAAD 10, 2011. Absolutely awesome bike. Welcome to my recovery ride. This is the Vancouver area, Delta, BC. And I just worked 3 days of overtime with no time for anything. Legally shouldn't have been put back out on the road for work, but that's what we're doing during the pandemic. Trying to keep up with infrastructure upgrades, with everybody drawing more power and more telecom. My work's been a bit of a gong show. But I'm grateful to be working, and what the hell, it's not so cold that I can't just ride in a storm. So I'm exhausted, feel like shit, kind of want to rage quit my job. I'm not going to, I can't afford it, I have a mortgage, so whatever. I just got on my bike, turned on the old vlog camera, bunny hop. Okay. I got a rear taillight on, so it should be, this is totally safe, right? Sprint. This is what I call the rage sprint. Sort of a rage interval. I hate my life. My life sucks. There we go, I feel better. I'll have to do another one of those. Okay. Intersections. Ooh, just made it. That might have been good legal coverage. So yeah, 42 kilometers per hour on the old Cannondale. This is a great bike, I love it. Been riding the gravel bike a lot. But wow, this old girl holds her own against anything, even built today. Holy shit. Bit of a slight downhill. But still, I'm cranking. Yeah, severe fatigue. Fuck it, just do your ride. Don't worry about it. Okay, riding in traffic in these conditions. Should probably mention for the newbies, the truck that took off that way almost tried to crowd me at the corner when I was coming across the lane. And he wanted to make a right turn behind me kind of thing. He was pushing into me. I had to use a hand signal to let him know that seriously dude, I need you to back off. Because I had to go around the rear fender of a car in front of me that hadn't quite pulled into the lane, and he got stopped by a red light. So he was like halfway into the correct lane. So needless to say, and unfortunately you had to use my right hand. It's supposed to be with the left hand, all your signals, so you don't hammer on the front brake accidentally. So if I'm trying to do something like this, and I hammer on the front brake, the danger, not with this bike, but I guess in the old days when bikes didn't, when they pretty much sucked, you could do that. Yeah, this rig's so well balanced. It'd be a hard effort. At least on flat ground. I mean, obviously on a mountain bike descent, I'd be in trouble. Okay. Also, be courteous to the cars that do wait for you, like this guy. Give him a wave in the rear view. This neighborhood's brutal. People are not used to bikes being on the road. Oh, yeah. Burning. Yeah, descending. I think it was what I read in Chris Carmichael's book, which everybody should read. I mean, if you ride a bike seriously for training. Carmichael's book is called The Time Crunch Cyclist. If you're poor like me, because you bought too many bikes, you could probably download an older version of it, which is really good, totally relevant. He used to be a USA cycling team coach, probably still is. Yeah, he writes as well, and they run a big fitness center down there. But yeah, he talks about the recovery ride. Why it's even when you're totally exhausted, for whatever reason, racing or whatever, that yeah, recovery ride's totally okay. So although I'm throwing in a couple intervals just to get out the rage, the stress. Yeah, it's been a rough 3 days at work today. Wasn't too bad. Glorious. I needed it. Got home in time with a bit of light to do something like this. I had to talk myself into it because I feel like shit. But it's my confidence and faith in this bike that I'm on. Cannondale CAAD 10. You know, I'm just gliding 40 kilometers per hour. Not even cranking yet. This thing will handle the wet conditions. I have no worries. It has a pure race geometry. Pedigree of the SRAM rival Grupo. Shifting like a dream. Yeah, I'm applying a little pressure now on the pedals. Maybe hitting 80 RPM. And I'm right up to 40 kilometers. One day I want to do my age. I'll be 52 this June. So hopefully before June I'll be able to crank her up on a flat ground. I'll be able to crank any either of my bikes up to like 51. Okay. I could do it on a downhill, but that's cheating. But yeah, just a flat out pursuit sprint. See if I could do it. I hit 40 no prob. So it's probably possible. Okay, here we go. I'm going to turn the camera off for a minute. This is a dodgy bit. Good, I made that corner. That's a dodgy corner. Kind of coming out blind. But here we go. This is a technical term, or technical turn. TURN. On the drops, I'm going to brake because I'm a chicken shit and not braking in the turn. Not braking in the turn. Brake right before if you're a chicken shit. And this thing held. It sticks. Even when it's soaked. I got great tires. Gator skins, the regular Gator skins, just fine. I think they're like 70 bucks a pop. But yeah, that's cheaper than the medical bills if I had gone down right there. Fucking right. Okay, here we go. Recovery ride. I'm pushing a little hard for a recovery ride now. I need to keep it real. Don't pedal angry. I am a little though. I'm grateful to my company. I have a job and all that. It's been a difficult year, but holy fuck, dude. all the overtime I do is unannounced. It's not like they plan it. Just when shit goes wrong at one of these infrastructure upgrades, that's it, we're stuck. They're not moving those trucks and we got to flag the traffic around it. And we don't get breaks, nothing like that. It's nobody's fault, it's just the conditions of the industry. Everybody treats flaggers like shit. So we can't keep good staff. Really good people get ruined by the way they're treated by the public. People crowding into you thinking you're just going to jump out of the way. Anyway, hopefully I can last another couple years, cash out of my condo and disappear in the mountains, have a few quiet years to contemplate how many more bikes I need. I do a lot of other sports as well, so yeah, I'd really like to make the time to do that before I'm too old to do anything. But as you can see, going out and pedaling, even when you feel crappy, when you're angry, frustrated, whatever stuff you got going on, riding is always the answer. Yeah, this negative shit's just gonna ooze out of me all through the ride. I've been getting the adrenaline. As soon as I hit the cold, started burning the big thunder thighs. My body's own feedback loop forces me to adapt. It says, this guy pushed hard for 3 days, and now we're going in a bike race? What the fuck? So my muscles and the brain is saying, look, if we're going to survive this, we got to start mainlining the adrenaline and epinephrine, norepinephrine. We got to mainline that shit. So it starts to manufacture the hormones and adrenaline that I need to do crazy shit. If anybody told me, like when I was in my 20s, that I would not ride for many years and then go back to it when I'm over 50 and almost match my average speed from back in the day, like fuck, I would have told them to go fly a kite, which is another thing I do very well. Okay, here we go, big technical corner. Ooh, and look at that. Some asshat pulled out on me, but that's okay. I was gonna hit the brakes anyway. But that's good. I'm glad I had the GoPro running. People can see, like, there's no way he didn't see me. He just knew that he was bigger and I'd have to fucking slow down. That was just, again, the total lack of courtesy for riders in my local, commuter community here. I love this area, but the drivers got to kind of realize that this is one of the very few sports that any of us can do, even when there's a pandemic. So just a bit of respect would be good. You don't have to kiss our ass and bow to us, bend the knee, and make me your new sworn king of the North. But you could fucking be patient if I'm in your way and maybe move over a little bit when you see me coming up the rear view. Okay. I drive too, right? I have a car. So we're all on the same team. On our familiar last long gradual climb. I'm on pace. 16, 17 kilometers per hour up a gradual grade. I normally try to keep it above 15, and I can even manage that on the gravel bike. So as long as on a couple of the you know, real, I guess, cornerstone areas where I would lose time, this is one of them. That's why I try to ride it at a similar pace, regardless of the day or conditions. And that way I know, well, you know, if my time sucks, I need to look elsewhere. You know, was there a southerly headwind? Because I'm going north now. So if there's a heavy headwind, well, okay, I can't blame my lack of fitness. The fucking headwind. It's not scientific, totally subjective, but it's my way of getting an indication of why my average speed on a well-known route would be like really slow, and usually it's very consistent. And occasionally I punch above my weight and try a personal best. And I think right now, I don't know if it's this route or my river house ride, I think at some point I did a 25K per hour average speed, which for me, with anything with climbing on it, climbing, there, don't know what's wrong with my voice, but I'm a challenge rider, a beleaguered cyclist. I got problems I don't got time to talk about. But yeah, hopefully when I get home, shower, maybe do a stack of dishes and start dinner. Hopefully by then I'll have stopped hating my life. Yeah, this week's been brutal. Probably going to be a brutal spring. We're worried about a third wave, so infrastructure crews are going hard so it doesn't all get swamped if we have to do another shutdown. As it is now, we have some public health orders, but people can generally go to work if they practice those measures. And school too. Okay, let's try the big ring. But yeah, if you've watched any of my coverage, my vlogs of my rides, hopefully you enjoy it while you're on your trainer. If you're in a snowy part of Canada or somewhere else. But yeah, this is quite a recovery ride. Literally a storm ride. Might even be thunder later. Like a thunder shower, lightning. Okay. Thanks for joining. Throw me a like or a subscribe if you feel like it. Otherwise, I'll make my videos an hour long, every one of them.